389 Gaming.
Hey guys, it's Guy389 here, and welcome back. Got a special episode here for you guys. This episode won't be counting as today's episode, so I will still be posting a Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced video when I get home, for those of you who are watching that. For those of you who aren't, I encourage you to check it out. It's going fairly well, and we've got a good episode coming up for today. As for what you're viewing right now, you guys may remember my Galactic Civilizations 3 update video and my Galactic Civilizations 3 announcement video. So you may know that I am quite interested in the game that you are currently looking at the alpha for. So as you can see at the top of the screen, this is an alpha for testing purposes only. Now, I did get permission to post a video of this, so it is not illegal, and it is not to be taken down from the internet. However, it is still in alpha, and they advised me to let you all know that it is in alpha, so I'm going to say that at least 5 more times to make sure that you all know, and I'll post it in the comment section below. That rhymed. Anywho, I will go... First, I want to go through some of the things that are already on their website that you can go and check yourself. I'll just show you, or I'll tell you what they are here, and then I'll show you when I go and, start up the game. Also, I won't be doing a Let's Play of this quite yet. I want to finish my Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced Let's Play first. By the time I'm done with that, this game should be further along that I can give it, like, a fair Let's Play. It'll probably be like early beta by then, depending on how long the Let's Play takes. So the first thing on their website is they have 4 of the 8 playable races available for us in this alpha. They have the Conquest Victory condition in this version of the alpha. They have the first technological era. I'll show you more on what that means later. In this alpha. They have new interstellar terrain. We'll also be showing you that. The new ideology screen. Also be showing that. The new production wheel, which I showed you guys in the last video. If you remember the little grid, the little hexagon grid. Maybe it's an octagon grid. I don't remember. The little grid that I showed you guys. That's the production wheel that they're talking about. It's replacing the old sliders that they had, so instead of, sliders moving back and forth... Actually, I'll just show you guys. Anywho, I did show it in the last video that I posted about this from a screenshot. Things that are not implemented yet: the diplomacy screen, the full tech tree, a revamp of the colony management screen. So the colony management screen that's currently in will be changed. A new combat viewer, so the combat system that we'll see in this demo will also be changed. The ship designer isn't implemented, so we can't design our ships yet. There are preset ships in the game that we unlock as we get new research done. Galactic resources for powering high-end ships sounds interesting. Don't quite know what it is yet. I thought when they were talking about galactic resource, they were talking about these research resources and influence resources. Can't pronounce things. Hold on, I'm gonna have a drink of water. But it sounds like they mean something different, like, if you guys have played Armada 2526, which I did a short play on, or short 3 episodes on, you can actually get unique resources in that game by conquering, what are they called again? Neutron stars. If you get a neutron star, you can build Neutronian ships. Anywho, they also noted that there will be more stuff, but what exactly that entails, I don't know. Anywho, I'm just going to show you guys quickly how to set up a new game. So you start off with access to these 4 races: the humans, Terrans, we have the Drengai Empire, the bad guys, we have the Altarian Resistance, I guess the good guys. And we have the Iridium Corporation. So the Iridium Corporation existed in the previous game, but it's been updated a little bit. I believe in the last version they were mostly like spies, and now they are mostly, you know, capitalists. They're all about the money. So yeah, that's, you just choose your race. You don't have the ability to customize races yet. That isn't implemented in this version. Also, galaxy size, they go up to huge, but we only have access to tiny and small so far. And type random, so we don't know what's going to show up in galaxy types. I assume like you can choose between, you know, swirly spiral galaxies like this to multiple armed spiral galaxies, or possibly flat galaxies, or, you know, glob galaxies. So let's see. In the galaxy options, we can't change anything, so you can change the star frequency, the planet frequency, the habitable planet frequency, the extreme planet frequency, asteroid frequency, nebula frequency, black hole frequency, and resource frequency. However, you can't change any of them in this version of the alpha. That'll be coming later. Interstellar rifts, I assume that's like a sort of warp gate between 2 points. That, at least that's what it sounds like to me. Black holes are black holes. I assume they destroy your ship or prevent you from traversing a certain area. Resources are the resources we were talking about earlier. Asteroids and nebula are 2 versions of these, what are they called again? Galactic terrain that they've implemented. So they existed in Galactic Civilizations 2 as well. At least asteroids did. I don't know about nebula. But either way, nebula, I assume, slows you down, just disrupts your sensors, you know, the typical thing. Asteroids can be mined. However, I do not think you can mine them in this version of the game. So I'm not sure yet. I really need to move my computer box under my table, because it's not cool having it right next to my microphone. Victory conditions, you only have access to conquest so far. The rest of them, you can now set a turn limit. Ascension, influence, alliance, and research are they all already existed in the previous game. However, you do not have access to them in this alpha. So, difficulty settings, you can't change any of these, but pirates is interesting. That means that we'll have the possibility of having like random pirates flying around that we can destroy, which is fun. I like to blow stuff up. Game pacing, I guess that speeds up production, and research rate speeds up research, and galaxy difficulty is the difficulty. Now, we don't have the option of changing any of these things yet. We don't have the option to put any of these settings in, so we can't put in the blind exploration, which, alright, it says temporary stuff here, so I assume... Well, I assume these will all be in the game. Tech trading is trading technology, tech brokering is selling technology. Super abilities were in the previous game. They're basically a special ability that you can have on a race that gives them basically an overall boost in one area or another. Mega events, don't know what those are. Blind exploration is that when you've explored an area and you leave that area, it will... I think that means that the fog of war will just take over that area again, so you don't know what's going on over there. But I'm not sure. It may also be that we don't have an idea of where other planets are. This is where you choose what races you want. You can remove them, and you can add them. There doesn't appear to be a limit, which means once the full game is out and all 8 factions are available, I assume you can put all of them on, or turn all of them on. And also you have a create opponent here, so you can, create opponents and randomize. However, these are also not implemented yet. The difficulty level is also not implemented yet, so I assume there's only one difficulty level in the game. Now, instead of starting the game, I'm just going to quickly hop back, and we will hop into a game that I've been playing for a little while. I'm playing for about a half hour on this game. Not a lot. It would be nice if it would actually load it, though. There we go. Alright, so here is the basic screen that you get when you load in. Alright, so right now, as you can see, the minimap is just a tiny bit buggy. Like, it's not going where I'm telling it to. It's one level above where my arrow is. So anyways, I said I would go through the list here. So obviously we've gone through the 4 of 8 playable races, the Conquest Victory, the first technological era. There we go. So what they mean by that is this. So as you can see, technology age is divided between Age of Expansion, which I've started, the Age of War, and the Age of Ascension. I guess this sort of design here is supposed to mimic the whole, explore, expand, exploit, exterminate thing. So you start off exploring with no technology, then you have the Age of Expansion with technology, and then you have the Age of Exterminate. And Age of Ascension is just their thing, where you can reach a higher plane of existence. But it'll be interesting to see that. Also, the game seems to be, I guess you would call it a little bit more futuristic. To like, you start off with access to most things. Like you start with access to embassies, research centers, factories, market centers, a lot of different things right from the get-go. So you have... Well, I'm just going to set that up to build. Sorry if the frame rate is dropping a little bit. Not quite sure what I can do about that. I can't really... Well, I can turn the graphics down. I can show you the graphics menu as well. It's not huge. So... Oh, and you have enable mods here. I'm not sure if it's possible to mod it already, but you can start trying. Nah, we'll just leave it as is. I guess it slows down every time I scroll. I'm not quite sure what else I can do about that. It's not affecting my screen, so I don't know if it's affecting you guys. Let me know about that in the comment section below. Here's the new production wheel that they were talking about. It's a little circle. I believe it may have been like a hexagon grid last time I looked at it. But this is what they mean by wheel. It's a circular shape, and you can hold over it and it will show you what percentages you're at. So I'm putting 16% of my resources into wealth, which is money. And I'm putting 42 and 42 into research and production. Now over here on the side you can see my total income is -2, which I assume isn't too bad. My ship maintenance is 5, my colony maintenance is only 1. I assume they haven't implemented all of the expenses yet, because I would assume that all of these buildings that I've built, and all of these ones are actually built, that they would, cost some, that they would cost at least some... Oh geez, I can't speak today. This is horrible. That they would cost some form of maintenance to upkeep. However, they do not seem to do that. And also, another little problem is it can be a little bit difficult to tell which ones are built and which ones are not. These are built. These ones that have a slightly bluish tint to them have been built. Now, they have stated in the previous thing that I talked about on the website that the production screen will be changed, or the colony management screen will be changed, so this is not final. Also, they haven't implemented the terrain for all planets, so as you can see right here, you can't see anything. Like, there's nothing on this screen. So, it's just a blank screen, and I assume that applies to all planets that are not, you know, homeworlds. So, like, Earth here has a screen. Yay, we have a screen. Alright, so that's all well and good. Now, let's move on. So, interstellar terrain is the next thing on my list. I assume that these are interstellar terrain, these asteroids. And these nebulas here are interstellar terrain. They don't have the black holes implemented yet, but those will also be interstellar terrain, I assume. And I can't really see anything else that would be considered terrain, really. So, yeah, that's about it for that. The new ideology screen. So, ideology is now a sort of research-esque screen. You have, up here, is benevolence. If you do benevolent things, you get a percentage in benevolence, and that increases your influence, and it allows you to choose, you know, little tech trees down here. Now, these ones at the bottom are not in the current version, but we can look at these a little bit. I'm not going to go through all of them. I mean, you can pause the video at each of these if you want, or just, you know, go back and look at them. I'm not going to go through all of them because that would take forever, and I do have to go to work soon. But, you know, basically, we are pragmatic, so we have been putting points into pragmatism. Pragmatic is the balanced area, so if you make a balanced decision that's in between, you know, good and evil, you get pragmatism. And pragmatic seems to increase our... Come on. Would you like to show? No. It was showing a second ago that this thing increases influence and this thing increases economy. But, yeah, generally we get, you know, things like entertainment industry, higher education, high-efficiency cloning, diplomatic nature, interplanetary sports. So it's kind of like the real world, or at the very least, kind of like, you know, America and Europe, in that things are based around, you know, like entertainment and sports, and, you know, cloning is a possibility, but obviously cloning is a little bit iffy in our time. Maybe in the future it won't be. So next on our list, I showed the production wheel. So yeah, diplomacy isn't implemented yet. You can open the diplomacy tree. There's nothing you can do. Can't speak to anyone. Can't change the at war settings. Everyone's at war with us. It's terrible. They hate us, and we hate them. The full tech tree isn't implemented yet. I'll show you guys the tech tree. So, as I said, you know, it's divided into these eras. So we have all the way up to here. So I obviously haven't unlocked more than to here. So I have a few technologies that I've gotten. Did some research specialization. Now I'll show you something a little bit interesting. If you go into these things, they have 3 parts to them. And you unlock those individually. And then you unlock the next, you know, tier. So once I finished one of these categories, I unlocked Xeno Research. So I could pop over to Xeno Research if I want. And I can get the Xeno Research Laboratory. This thing just improves the basic laboratory. But I was working on laser specialization, I believe. Yes, laser miniaturization. And you obviously have, like, defense and stuff, so you have options. And yeah, like, the full tech tree isn't in, like, you don't have the Age of War and the Age of Ascension, just everything in Age of Expansion. So that'll give you pretty much the base tech tree, I assume. I haven't gone through it yet. I will update the video once I have more information on it. I'll probably make a update video later on with more information on the tech trees and everything. Alternately, you can watch someone's Let's Play. I'm going to save Let's Playing it for later because I want to play the game once it's more complete. That way I can give you guys a more representative view of the game even before its release. Alright, so what's next on my list? The revamp of the colony management screen I went through last time. You won't be getting blank screens like this. They're going to be doing something else. They didn't tell us exactly what they want to do with it, but it is going to be a revamp, so it's going to be different. New combat viewer. Let's look at the current combat viewer. I actually got this guy stationed here so that we could have a battle. Yes. Alright, and he's gone. So that is how battles work. Interesting. This is a ship I actually just found. He's not one of the ships I'm designing, as you can see, because he has... What is it called again? He has... Oh, it's a gunboat, and it has those projectile things. Mass drivers, that's what it's called. It has mass drivers. And the rest of my technology is based around lasers, so I'm building lasers, and this guy has projectiles, or mass drivers. So I found this guy in a wreckage somewhere. Found him in a anomaly. So let's see what's next on the list. Ship designer isn't implemented, so you can't click on shipyard. Galactic resources are not implemented, so you can't get those yet. We don't know what they are, and more stuff isn't implemented yet. Alright, so I think we've gone through most of the lists. I guess I can show you guys some of the other features. For those of you who are playing it and you want to figure out how to do this, you click on the command here and you can choose survey. He will then, your survey ship will then travel the universe looking for various things and anomalies that it can pick up, like this debris field over here. And you can actually set your scout on auto scout, if I can find my scout. Oh, and you can't check the graphs, and you can't check your power situation, so you don't know if you're strongest or weakest yet, but I assume all of that is coming soon. Yeah, you can click on this guy and do the same command, and you can put him on Explore, and he'll auto-explore. Alright, so I think that's the gist of everything. I'll update you guys later if I find more things that I think I should mention to you guys. Also, I haven't gotten very far into the game yet. Haven't had time to go through and check everything yet. Ugh, sorry, yawned there for a second. Just woke up, really. I got up early so that I could do this video and post it today, because I do have to go to work soon, and I want to get this up before I go to work. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, check out my current Let's Play, please, and leave a like and a comment if you want to see more of this, and post in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Currently, the game seems alright. it's very early access. It's version 0010. So we're talking about bare bones. This is the bare minimum of what the game has going for it. And yeah, I think it looks alright. I mean, the graphics are, slightly improved. Once you've gotten used to it, it doesn't look better than the previous game, but it does. It actually does look better. Like, the graphics are improved considerably. Oh, also you can still do the whole zoom out thing. And these little white specks over here, those are different stars. So yeah, this is a tiny galaxy. Anywho, I'm gonna end the video. As usual, terrible at ending videos, so I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.